How we doing, guys? And it's finished. Arsenal 0, Liverpool 0. You might have guessed that was going to happen, wouldn't you? That was a terrible game of football. I've just got back from the Emirates. I have never been so cold. Soaked right through. And it simply wasn't worth it. That second half performance was abysmal. And there was this nervous energy within the stadium. Fans, players, they just didn't feel like it was going to click. There was too many players that went into their shells and went into hiding. Now, don't get me wrong. Second half, Liverpool had a lot of the ball and they dictated a lot of the play. But they had 0 shots on target. So they never actually threatened despite good possession. So in one sense, we was okay. But we just didn't have any balls to go and grab a win. That's what it felt like. And in these big games, when you're playing another side that are in and around them top spot, areas, it seems like we're playing to not lose rather than to win. And listen, Liverpool, at the end of the day, they're still champions. Until whoever wins the league wins it, you've got to give them the respect, the fact that they are the champions. And they played like a side that were the champions and that they know they're going to be not retaining the title, but they're not going to give it up without a fight. And they look at a game like this and they're thinking, do you know what? Arsenal look like they may well be winning the title. Let's not hand it on a plate for them. Let's show why we won the title last season. And I think their issue, of course, is, they were missing a lot of the attacking players. And the fact is they had 0 shots on goal. So they never really threatened or did anything. But yeah, it was just such a poor game overall. It was a really, really poor game. And, the big talking point of the game, I didn't see much of the incident as it actually happened because it was down the other end. But there was obviously something going on between Martinelli and Conor Bradley, and he ended up having to get stretchered off. And first and foremost, I hope that he's okay and that the injury is not too serious. But it seems like what's happened is Conor Bradley has got injured. He's off the pitch. And from what I gather, he's crawled back onto the pitch and Martinelli's tried to drag him off the pitch. Now, there seems to be a massive uproar about this because Conor Bradley is clearly, seriously injured, and Martinelli may have made the situation worse by doing what he did. I don't condone that, but what I can say, without knowing Martinelli personally, but just obviously seeing him season after season for however long now, he's not that type of person. He doesn't come across in any way as that type of person. And what I will say is that the best response so far as to this whole incident has actually been from Arne Slot. And he said that he doesn't know Martinelli, but the issue is now that so many players go down, feign injury, that you don't know who's really injured and who ain't. And in that moment, Martinelli's probably thought, he's trying to pull the wool over the referee's eyes. He's trying to slow us down and stop us from maybe snatching a goal right at the end. He's come back onto the pitch. I'm going to pull him off. And that's bad judgment. But at the end of the day, I don't believe there was any malice in it. But what I don't like is the fact that I've heard some of the commentary from the likes of Gary Neville and Roy Keane, and they're talking about Liverpool players should be attacking Martinelli and assaulting him. Excuse me? Gives you the right to condone that. Two wrongs don't make a right. And Roy Keane, you've got an absolute cheek to talk about this kind of stuff. You ended a man's career because of a disgusting tackle. So keep quiet. Don't even speak about it. Don't even sit and give an opinion about what a player should be doing and that he should be going and attacking him. And what's Sky going to do about Gary Neville's comments? You can't condone that. You can't advocate that he goes and gets attacked by Liverpool players, regardless of what he's done. But what will happen? Nothing. The same thing happened with Jamie Carragher and his incident where he's spitting at people. Still back in the job, still on the telly. No repercussions. But, yeah, listen, and like I said, look, it's a sour end to a game. And like I said, the last I'll say on it is that I think that, you know, there's no malice from Martinelli. I don't think there was any malice. He genuinely thought that Conor Bradley probably wasn't injured and he's trying to pull the wool over the referee's eyes. And he looks at it now and sees that Conor Bradley has probably got a bad injury and he regrets it. But again, because it's Arsenal, everyone's jumping on it, which is what always happens. Everyone jumps on it when it's an Arsenal player or something happens. So, yeah, and like I said, there was just too many performances tonight that were below par, that just were not good enough. Victor Gyökeres, we're going to have to seriously ask questions because it's not working. I'm sorry, it's not. Okay? I can't remember the last time that Victor Gyökeres had a shot, let alone scored a goal. We paid 60-odd million pound for somebody that does cardio. Like, please just tell me what I'm missing or what I'm not seeing. Miles Lewis-Skelly is so off it. That is the reason why he hasn't been playing. Miles off it. Miles. And like I said, there were too many players way below par. Way below par. Even David Raya booting it long constantly, straight down the throat of Virgil van Dijk. So what are you doing? Oh, but look, at the end of the day, the way I see it is that we're in the exact same position we were at the start of the week, which is 6 points ahead of Man City. But another game has been ticked off the list. And another difficult game. Man City at home to Brighton. Aston Villa away to Crystal Palace, a Palace side that are having a difficult season, loads of injuries and poor results. And where we're playing Liverpool. So you've got to look at that and say it's another big game ticked off the list. We ain't lost, any margin in front, and we haven't gained any. It's still the same as it was at the start of the week. Would have been nice to be 8, but it's still nice being 6. So yeah, not much more to say really. Not much to talk about with the game. It was just poor all round. So yeah, there we go. That's it. Let me know in the comment section what you thought. If you're new around here, hit the subscribe button, smash a like on this video, and I will see you lot soon. I'm out of here.